Hey y'all, it's Crazy CNC Guy, and I'm calling. I'm here to talk with you about creating CAD in Fusion 360, which you can get a free version of this program, and I'm downloading a hot fix right now because, and apparently anytime after September 26th, it's not working properly. So you have to go to your AutoDesk account and download it again and reinstall it.
50%, 52, 53%, I am a robot, 55%.
Alright, so Fusion 360 has downloaded and it is popping open. I may have to sign in. It's given me this, allow access. If you get that, I trust this program. So right now, let's see what we're in. Yeah, I'm good. Oops, I'm in. All right, so you'll notice you've got this area here that is your grid layout. Let's just start. Jeez. All right. I'm pushing the mouse button, the roller, and if I push the wheel down, I can move like this, and if I hit shift and push the wheel down, I can orbit. It's pretty cool. And then of course you have the box up here. You can go front, top, that'd be the right, spin. Anyway, so, and then you can hit this home and it'll go back to this view. Fusion 360 is built off of the ideology of components. It really wants and forces you to work in three-dimensional space. So if you are making a thing, let's just say we're making a million cutouts and we need to cut 5 of them out of a sheet of material, we want to actually create that square or round whatever it is widget. And in Fusion 360 it works with top level components, and then it has bodies within those components. So if you think of like this tape measure has a lot of parts in it. But the main component is the tape measure, and then the tape itself is a body within the component. The little thing right here is a body, the lock is a body within the component, the main component. The clip is another body within the main component. And the other thing is that this could be a component within the component. So what we do in Fusion 360 is we go to let's see, assemble, new component. Now keep in mind, I don't have anything going on this screen here, nothing. So I have to come to this design with a little bit of understanding of what I want to do. And actually that's probably a good thing for me to figure out, because I just opened it up and I said, well, what are we gonna make? Let's make a birdhouse. I'm gonna make a birdhouse. That's great. Okay, so let's go up and talk about components. We have add new component. Over here we're going to go, it's a standard type component. The option there is sheet metal component. We can do a sheet metal birdhouse later on. Right now we're just going to make it out of 3/4 inch wood. This is an internal component, it's not an external component. External would be that it's in some other program. And in Fusion 360 you can have all of these other, where are my parts? Parts. So within Fusion 360, you can have all these external components, and you drag them into the project you're working on. So in this case, we're gonna just we're just gonna make one master component, and we'll call it birdhouse. Bird house. You know what? I'm just going to hit caps lock and do bird house like that. And I want to activate this component because I want all of the other components within this component. So I'm going to hit OK. Bird house. Did I spell it right? Man. All right. So now that I've got my master component of birdhouse, I'm going to add the roof. So I'm going to go new component. Here, let me do that again. So cancel, go up to assemble, new component. Don't worry about that joint. New component, and I'm going to call this roof. And I'm going to not activate it. And I'm going to go up to the main. I'm going to add a new component. And I forgot what I was doing. 80s. The 1980s were bad. All right, so I want a roof. I want a front. And the front, well, the front doesn't have to be different than the back, does it? It could have a hole in both sides. Let's make sides first. Side. And I'm just going to have one side because we're going to mirror that side over to the other side. Yeah. And then we're going to have a front. We know at least we have those parts. Ooh, we need a bottom. House foundation. Now let's just call it a bottom. And then, okay, what else? Buy the pole. We're not gonna make the pole. You can, or you can hang it from a tree. What else? Oh, the, we'll get there. We'll get there. All right. Okay, so what do we have to do here to make a birdhouse? We have to decide what size our birdhouse is going to be, and each one of these components has to be a certain size, right? So we have a component, a body, or we have a component that has bodies. Boop, 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 boop. And for example, our birdhouse top level component is activated. Let's decide that we want to have a birdhouse that's 24 inches long and 12 inches wide. So we're going to activate. I like to work from the bottom up. I'm going to activate the bottom component, and the way to make a solid in Fusion 360 is everything starts with a sketch. Everything starts with a sketch. So my bottom is going to be in the ZX plane. So that's ZX up here. So I'm going to float over this and click booyah. And then I'm going to go up to here and do 2-point rectangle. And it should be, I'm going to move this to the top. And then I'm just going to go like this and drag this out without clicking, without double clicking or clicking, just one click. Let me do this again. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to the origin, and you don't have to start there, but I just always do because it locks the drawing down. So now you see in the little dimension, where to go? In the little dimension thing, I've got 2.33 inches. Yay, that's too small, little tiny birds. So we want to go 12. Now I'm not clicking again. I'm hitting tab 24. Enter. Yeah, and you'll notice if you do the mouse wheel in, we now have a 24 by 12 representation of the bottom, and it's just a drawing. If I hit shift and middle mouse wheel, that's a mess. I'm gonna go up here and click the little that. Okay, so now I've got this, and I can start to, from a sketch, create a body, and the body is created by extruding the sketch. Everything is based off sketches in Fusion 360. So I'm going to finish this sketch. This sketch is just fine. It's fantastic. It's the size of the house that I want. All right. So I'm going to on the keyboard hit the letter E, which is extrude, but here's the button for it up here. I can go up to here and go extrude, and you notice this little E here? That means that on the keyboard, I don't know if you can see this, I can just hit E. It didn't work. That's because I got this. Okay, so because I deselected everything, I'm just going to hit the letter E, and you see what happens on the screen? Woohoo! We're in the money now. All right, so now you can either just drag this up, or you can type in 0.75, 3/4 of an inch thick. These are nice birds. They deserve a nice house. Let's make it brick shit house, brick bird house, so to speak. Now, so here, I keep talking too much. I'm gonna hit E, and I'm gonna drag this up, and I can try and get to this 0.7 blah blah blah. I'm just gonna stop moving, and I'm gonna type in 0.75, and then I'm gonna make sure a couple things are happening here. I'm gonna make sure that we're one side. If you go two sides, it makes it in both directions, so you can go down and up. Anyway, you don't want that. I don't want that anyway. I don't know what you want. But okay, so we're gonna go offset by distance. The distance is 0.75. There's no angle of taper. What happens if we put in 5? What if we put in 55? Oh, what is that doing? Woo, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's not do that. Okay, we're 0. Uh-oh. I spilled too much juice on my keyboard, and my 0 key stuck. I think I need to clean. All right. Taper angle is 0. And we want to make sure it's a new body. So we've now created this new body, and it is the bottom. And if we open up the bottom, we have a sketch, and we can view that sketch. We can unsee the body, and we see the sketch. Now, I think birds like to have holes in the bottom, just so maybe they got like a secret passageway into the house. I know Batman had a secret way, so let's give him a secret way. All right, here, hold on. So we have to go float on sketch. We have to float on the sketch, sketch 1. Right click, edit sketch, and then we're going to go up here and add a round hole. Yeah, you know what? This is dicey. Yeah, how big is a bird? Our birds are approximately 4 inches across. That's a big bird. Maybe the little bird. We get the little bird. 2 inches is a peep. 2 inches is maybe 3. Maybe they get squeezed through. 2.5. We'll go 2.5. So now, see this? I'm going to go punch in 2.5. I'm going to hit enter. And I'm only going to have that one hole. Alright? And let's see. I'm going to have just that one hole, and I'm going to put it, I want it to be on the center. So I'm going to go and create a line, and I want this to be a construction line. See, if I do a line, see how it's blue? Where's it? Okay, see how it's blue? I don't want blue line. I want escape, escape, escape. I want it to be a construction line. So there's a couple ways of doing this. I can click on the line and click over here to construction, and then it's a brown or orange dotted line. And actually I just want to delete all this, and I want to start over. And if I hit the letter X on the keyboard, you notice this construction line has a construction type for the line type is there. And then I can just move along this line until I get to that triangle, bam. And I can, there's sort of some nice snapping effect going on. And let's say I want this, I want the hole on center of the narrow side, and I want it only 5 inches in from the end. So I'm gonna go, I'm just gonna type in 5, and I'm gonna hit enter. And now the big thing about Fusion 360 is constraints. You lock it down. You tell it you can't be out of proportion, or you can't be out of square. Or in this case, this circle is actually, the center is coincident with this dot. I did that wrong. Hit Z, Control Z. So you can constrain it to coincident, and then pick the dot in the middle, and it's blue, and then pick this dot, and bam. Now that's locked down. Let me undo this for a second. And if I float off of the drawing, you'll notice that the circle is blue. And now if I redo, the circle is black. The reason it's black is because it's constrained. It's not going to be it's locked down. It's in place. So that means that, look at this. If I move this, let's say in the future I want this, I want to build a 14-inch one. I just changed this to 14. I'm going to go to 18. That moves this constrained line, construction line that comes from the center point of this edge. It moves the circle because everything is glued together, so to speak. And if you ever want to undo a constraint, you float over it and then select the constraint, and then you can right click and delete, or you can just hit delete on the keyboard. But so in this case, we don't want to do that. I want to zoom out. I want to hit that window. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so 618, it's like, oh, that's a nice house. I do live in the east side of town, which is not as nice as the west side of town. So I figure it's sort of charity to give the birdhouse a little bit of flair and increase the bird's spatial. What if he has a girl bird? Or you don't want to be cramped. Maybe lounge around on the sofa. Yeah, 18 by 24. Why not? Those are nice round numbers. With an extra bird hole here. I'm going to finish that sketch. And then I'm going to go and turn on the body. Woo! And then where'd that hole go? Like, I can see the sketch of the circle that I made, but it's not a hole yet. So you could redo the extrusion at this point. Instead, or you could add another extrusion. Instead, you can go back in time, edit feature, and be sure to select this and deselect that. There we go. And now we have a hole. And we click OK. So now we've got that hole in there. How long have we been going? 23 minutes. I make the longest, stupidest videos. I hope somebody watches this shit. Anyway. So from there, let's move on to, I want to turn that sketch off. And remember, we have sketches, bodies, and components, and then master components. So I want to work on the side component. So I'm going to float on side, and then I'm going to click on that little dot there, and you'll notice all this goes kind of gray. It's there, but it's kind of grayed out. And on that, to create the side, I'm going to actually let's see, I want to actually create it by viewing the side of it. So I'm going to create a sketch, and instead of picking one of my 3 origin points, I'm gonna let me zoom in. I'm gonna float on that side of that solid, right? And now I can create a sketch starting there. And it's you know, this is on that side. This is in line with that side up into space. So I'm going to type in 24 tab, and how tall is a bird? Two and a half. He's 4 inches tall. That would give him some headroom. 4 inches. We're doing 4. That's too small. 5. Fine. We'll go 5. Okay. And then you have to hit enter. Right. And then finish sketch. We are in the side component is activated. So we want to extrude this. And we want to extrude it this direction. So in this case, you go a negative 0.75. Bam. Okay. Not bad, baby. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Now, why create another side when what we really want to do, is just mirror this one over to that side. So in the master component, I'm going to activate that. I'm going to add a construction line mid-plane, and I'm going to pick this face and that face. Bam. Okay. Now, in sides, I'm going to activate the side component again. And then, for all you crazy AutoCAD people who want your keystrokes on the keyboard, just hit S. S, M-I. Mirror. And you can get to mirror. You can get to mirror up here too. Mirror. Anyway, so you don't want to mirror the faces. You want to mirror this body, and you want to select that, and then you want to select the mirror plane is this plane right here, and then you hit BAM, and then ho ho! Look what you got. So we can turn off the construction line for mid that way. Now we got to do a front. You know what? That's not tall enough. Or it's way too wide. Let's do this. Let's go back to our bottom. Sketch. Open that sketch up. Edit sketch. This is too wide. Let's go back to 12. Okay? Finish sketch. Ha! Look at that! It changed the whole effing thing. Did you see that? Did you see it? Did you? In real time. Woo. This is a powerful program. Okay. We want to do the front. So let's click on that front. That means it's activated when you this component. And this means it's a component when there's a little box there. And then this means it's the active component. So close the other inactive components. We're going to add a sketch. And I want to do it on this side. So this plane or side is anything I draw even out in space here will essentially be in the same plane as this. So I am sketch. I could do a box, 2-point box, and go, let's where's that point? Uh-oh. Here's the down and dirty way to do it. We could do it like this and try and find that point. That sucks. Escape. I want a couple of this geometry lines to show in this sketch to be snap points. So the way to get that to happen is you go down here to project, and then when you select the geometry that you want in this sketch, sketch number 1 on the front. So I want that point, that point, that point, and that point. Yeah. And then I click, and you do want the projection link. So leave that checked. Alright, let's check. Yep. I'm going to go back to front. Oh. I'm doing this wrong. Let's do it wrong, and then I'll have another tutorial on how to fix it. I don't want to finish sketch. I want to go to front. Okay, so now I can go like this, up here to your line tool, and I just click there, click somewhere up here for a roof, click there, and click there. Now it fills in because I have full geometry defined. So I hit escape, and That's kind of nice. I mean, it's kind of cool. I mean, it could have like we could do like this and have it kind of like a Frank Lloyd Wright. It's not Frank Lloyd Wright. It's more like Mies van der Rohe. Let's just make it like a church, because I'm all for God. Anyway, remember what we need. We need a line as reference from center. It's a construction line, so we click on that, and then we go and find the pointy point. The point I'm talking about, there we go. And then you can just click that little thing there. Okay, hit escape, gets rid of your tools. And then what did we do? We did coincident, constraint, coincident. Click the thing that you want to move to the thing you want it to move to. Perfect. This side and this side of this baseball home plate shape is good, and it is even left to right, but we still aren't constrained. I mean, why isn't it blue, or why isn't it black? It's not totally glued because this reference point, this dot, is only held in this plane. But no matter where you move, it's going to move up and down that line now. Kids, don't smoke. Bad. Super bad for you. Oh. See how it's on that line? Fine, it's on that line. If we want it to be constrained in some way, we can do it in a couple of different ways. Let's say it's more important for us to have a certain pitch to this roof, and we can define that by going to our dimension tool, and you pick that line, and then you pick your center line. No. Dimension tool, this line, that line. There we go. Let's say we want to have this be a 30-degree angle. That's pretty cool. Now you'll notice that it's black and black. Black. Because it's constrained, it's glued. You can't move this point anymore. See how I can't move it? And then if I want to move it, I have to punch in a number. 45 gets you that. Let's say we want it 90. So this is now a 90-degree angle between this pitch and that pitch. And if you look at it, it's that way. So that's one way of doing it. That's the way the architects do it. You see how when I delete that line or that constraint of 90 degrees, now there's a problem of it being unconstrained again. Oh wait, I can't. Now I can move this around. So I could do this. I could dimension from here to there. And let's say I want that face to be 12 inches high. Now it's constrained that way, but I don't know what this pitch is. And I think for making these parts, it's more important to know what that angle is, so I know what to put through the table tool. Oh wait, we're going to CNC mill it. I guess it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that's beautiful. This allows for space for giving a couple of doors. Maybe a tall door. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay. I'm going to go back to my front. I'm not in the sketch anymore. What did I do? I finished the sketch. I'm going to go like that. Edit sketch. Okay, I'm back into the drawing mode. And remember, kids, it's all about drawings. So this is constrained to this line because I started on the line. If I start off the line, it's not constrained to that line. I can move this circle all around. This one, I can only move up and down because I started the sketch on the line. See a little coincident? What was I doing? Where am I? What's my name? Coincident. Alright, that to there. Bam! Okay. Oh, I like the shape of this. This is coming around. I'm going to escape. And then I'm going to go over to my line again. Click on that. And then I'm going to click on that and that. And you'll notice these little things, the little T, that is this one. It's perpendicular. So that's a good place to start. And I can move this and it moves some other geometry around. That's actually pretty cool. I wonder if a bird would go in that. Woo, 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 woo. I want this line to go right to the apex, or the, not apex, but tangent of that. So I'm going to click this and then that. So that's tangent. Click the circle, click the line. Okay, but it's still blue. I wonder why. Oh, I haven't told it how high to put this circle. There to there. 4.5. 4.5. So that's good. And then I got to tell it this circle has to be 3 inches. Nice. This circle is going to be 2.5 inches. And it's going to be from here to the center point there is going to be 4 inches. Yay! All of our lines are constrained. They're locked down. They're glued. You can't move them. You can't move. Don't even think about it. Escape. Okay. Now, let's do a couple extrusions. Remember, I only want these holes in the front. I don't really want them in the back. But I want this super escape hatch in the back. So let's do this. Let's do extrude. I typed the letter E on the keyboard. I'm going to float over the drawing. And I'm not hitting shift or anything. I'm just selecting all the profiles that I want to extrude. I'm going to push it in that direction. And it's a negative 0.75. Bam. And then I'm going to go back to my front and turn that sketch on again. And I'll show you why in a minute. But I've got another thing I need to do. I want to have this whole thing mirrored to this side of the little birdhouse. So I need, yes, another construction line. I'm going to go to construct, mid-plane, front face, back face. Okay. When I twirl, it's middle mouse rolly ball thing, but I hit shift first and then that, and then I flip around and then I flip back. Yay! And in construction, you can turn off that first one we did by the little eyeball next to plane 1. Unclick eyeball next to plane 1. Now select
mirror from the drop down menu in create. We want to mirror bodies. We want to mirror this body. We want to select the plane. We select the plane. We hit new body and we hit OK.
And there's the little hole. No, we just made this. All right. So we have a solid back to our birdhouse. Now we want to get rid of this hole and this shape here. So I'm going to, even with birdhouse selected, we can select everything in here. I'm going to hit E for extrude. I'm going to click that, that, and that. And then if I go this direction, I want to make sure it's a cut. And if we zoom in on it, you can see that it's cutting it away. Cut. And when it gets all the way through, bam, it becomes clear. And then hit OK. And then turn that sketch off. I'm seeing another sketch. Bottom sketch. Okay. I was seeing a line come through here like this. So the bottom's done. I don't need this mid plane anymore. I lost my place. I want to turn that construction line off. Yeah. Construction. I'll just turn it off. Okay. You know what? I realize I want a little bit of an air vent between here and the roof panel that goes on. So I'm going to actually roll back in time. Down here in the timeline, you can roll back in time. Yeah. I'm going to roll back in time. I'm going to go to this sketch. So I'm going to add little bits to this sketch that will allow for this is perpendicular, and I want a quarter inch gap. 0.375. I want to go 0.375. If you hit L, you'll get a line again. And it should pick up perpendicular. Bam. So yeah, let's do it like that. So let's go 5 inches. And then L again. Back down. Okay. And I want to make sure that that is from here to there. Let's say 2 inches. Yeah, it leaves about the same. Yeah, cool. I'm going to hit escape, and I'm going to hit S for sketch shortcuts. And then see, I've actually put my mirror here, but I can do MI mirror. And if it's got the open thing, it's mirror sketch object. So this is mirror bodies because it's solid. And you can see if I put mirror, if you click this, it adds it to up here. So I'll leave that. I'm going to select this object, and you can always zoom in. And then I'm going to select my mirror plane, and I'm going to select there. I'm going to hit OK. Alright. Finish sketch. And then I'm going to move into time, into time, into time, into time. And it's this extrude that I need to edit the feature and select that panel and that panel as well. And it's still a new body, but it's all one. So I hit OK. And now look what it did. It did the math and it mirrored that body. Because the mirroring of that panel is after when I did the extrude, it adds and updates it at that point. Okay, bird houses are fun. God, what a weirdo. Okay, so now we need to add a roof to this. Ba-ba-ba-da-da-ba-da-da. Remember, kids, it's not fun unless the roof blows off. Bang. So I'm now in the roof component, and I am I need a sketch. Remember, it's all about sketches. And what I'm doing is I'm selecting that face of that. You see that, how that, I'm gonna do the roof off of that. And you might want to select another face. You don't have to. It's still in the same plane. So now you can create a I'm going to, let's see. So wherever I draw, check this out. If I start here and go like that, and just click, hit escape, that is on that plane. Even though I started way out here, it's in the plane of the face that I chose. So now I want this how do I do that? Interesting. You know what I want to do? I want to do this differently. I want to cancel, escape. I'm going to delete this this sketch, finish sketch, delete sketch. Alright, and I'm going to do a new sketch with the roof. I'm going to do it from this side because it's too complicated to do it with that angle. So what I'll do is a line, I'll start right there, and I need to project a body, this body, into this sketch. Okay, I'm going to do this. Alright, I'm going to go there, along that line, past this. I'm going to go in a perpendicular, way too far, perpendicular, and then back to here. Okay, that's ridiculous. That's redonkulous. Oh, I want to add a point. Create point. Add a point. Fine. Escape. Now I can drag this. Not quite what I wanted. See how it gets weird. Anyway, but this is what we can do. I'm done messing around. I'm going to get rid of this line, delete. I'm going to get rid of that point, delete. I'm going to put the constraint of parallel on this line to that line. It over constrained it because I've got perpendicular and perpendicular, so this has to be parallel. What I can do is align from here to there and then make that perpendicular, bam, bam. And that makes this line perpendicular with that. And then I can go, my material is 0.75 thick. I'm just going to wing it. And the way I'm going to wing it is like this. I'm going to add a line from there down. I'm going to highlight that, make it a construction line. S mirror, select like that, but then you have to hit shift and do it again to get everything, and then select mirror line, OK, and now you can create another line at this intersection to that intersection. Now we get up the scissors. Don't make me get the scissors out. Oh no, Mommy, Daddy has the scissors again. He's just doing crafts, honey. Okay, all right, we got it. Finish sketch, roll it, hit E, select that, and then stretch it out. And you'll notice this groove in here. That groove is there because when I selected this, I didn't select that little square as well. It profiled it. But it didn't profile it on this side. So you have to make sure that when you project, we'll hit cancel. We're going to go to we need this sketch. So if you click on that, then you can see it's in sketches right here because the little dotted line there. Edit sketch. Project. Now you can go like this, or you can just hit that P on the keyboard and do that. Remember, we're doing the object. That wall is already an object, so you click OK. And then finish sketch, and then extrude, and you notice it now that it has that wall in this sketch, it cuts it, and there, and then we're gonna go let's go 2 sides. We're gonna go 4 inches this way, and then we're gonna go to there plus 4, so I think that's 28. That is a fantastic little birdhouse. Oh, we didn't make it. We made it a single body, so we'll have to cut that apart later. I really hope someone got something out of this. It's a stupid little birdhouse that I'm probably gonna make and put in my yard right out my window. I got my neighbors out there. You can't. This is my minivan with a flat tire. Where did I put this? Anyway, there's my CNC machine right back there. You see it? If I turn the light on, you won't see it. All you see is bright light. Anyway, so I'm really good at video. Just this one kind of sucked. All right, thanks. Be sure to like and subscribe if you got anything out of it. Just like it and subscribe and put a note in the bottom if you think you could make something better than I just made. I know you can. I know you can with practice. But I think the main gist of this tutorial is all about components, bodies, and sketches. I don't care about this birdhouse, although it's kind of cool. I'm kind of excited about it now. I don't have a bird, but I got a shit ton of squirrels. I like squirrels. That's an airplane. Okay, I'll talk with you later. Please like and subscribe. I do these videos. I haven't done one in a long time. My goal is to put a lot of videos together that help people manufacture or create or do artistic things with certain work paths, starting with software that is available and hopefully CNC machining that you can build yourself and start creating. And we'll get way into that in the days and years to come. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. I'm very grateful for you guys watching this, and I really am kind of nuts. Oh, I have to get my meds. All right, I gotta go. I'll see you. Bye. Walgreens. Where's the button?